Hey, if you clicked on this video, you must be newly engaged. Congratulations. Now the fun part begins. You get to pick all of your wedding vendors for your wedding. You know, your ceremony place, the reception, the florist, the photographer, the style clothes your guys' tuxes are going to wear, the boutonnieres, you name it, it keeps on going. Today, I want to share with you 5 things you should be looking for in your wedding photographer. That's coming up next on Focus with GK. Hey, welcome back. My name is George if you are new to this channel, and I have been a pro photographer for over 24 years. I know I don't look like it, but when I was 23 years old, I started my business and I have not looked back since. So let's talk about photographing weddings, shall we? So let's talk about number 1, the size of your event. Size does matter when it comes to photographers specializing in event sizes because there's a big difference between photographing a small intimate wedding and photographing a 300 to 400 people event that you are relying on your wedding photographer to capture. So when you are Google searching or Instagram flipping and having fun looking at beautiful images, make sure you go to their website and see what kind of events do they specialize in. Most likely a wedding photographer that specializes in small events will stay in a price range maybe more affordable to what you're trying to be in. If you are having a large wedding, then a photographer that has a crew of photographers and the kind of experience of handling that many people on being well organized and having a blueprint with you for the day to make sure, even though this is a very large wedding, you will still have a lot of time to yourself because your photographer is very experienced. Let's talk about number 2, style. My hashtag for my brand, my mantra, is hashtag simple, clean, beautiful. I like simple images, meaning that beautiful bride with a clean, simple background, nothing crazy. It doesn't compete with my client. That is the simple part. If it's clean, meaning if it's captured cleanly, is it lit correctly? Is the composition nice? Is everything in place? We in the photographic world say, that was clean, man. Most likely if you do those 2 things, you're gonna create a beautiful image. Hashtag simple, clean, beautiful. Now, if your photography preference is more digital, meaning more crazy sharp, more vibrant, more things done to an image, maybe that is the style you're looking for. So when you're shopping photographers, look for either or and you'll see what fits in your liking. Moving on to number 3, let's talk about price. This is a sensitive subject because I know that photography is an art, it's a craft, and what you like, the other person is not gonna like. However, when you're shopping price, I repeat, I do not want you to look for a photographer only based on a price range. The reason why is that if you restrict yourself to a certain price range and you immediately ignore people who send you a price list via email and immediately you're like, not in my range, not in my range. What happens is you're probably passing up your photographer, but you're restricting yourself by only a price. Example, say you found a photographer, but they're $500 or $600 more than the budget that your mom wants you to be in, okay? So you settle. When you settle, a lot of the times there's a reason why you love that other photographer, and $500 to $600 to even $800 later, after the wedding, you can't go back, you can't change anything, and you will be talking about your wedding your entire life. Trust me on this. Elizabeth and I have been married for 18 years now, and we still talk about our wedding day. We still talk about certain images, the experience. Our decisions for our wedding were true. So please do not shop for photographers only based on price. I understand you have a budget you need to be in, but if the photographer you love is a handful of dollars difference from what you're going to be settling for, go towards who you love. You will not be disappointed. Okay, so that brings us to number 4. Do they work well with others? This is important to me because I am a huge people person. Even though that you, the bride or the groom, is my client, my contractual client, I am still working with all of your vendors, all of your family and friends, and it's vitally important to me that everyone has a smile on their face, and my relationship with the entire room is awesome because it shows in my images. There is nothing better than months after your wedding, you're at a family dinner or it's Christmas, Thanksgiving, and people talk about how awesome your photographer was. They talk about your photographer not only from how good your images look, but trust me, it is all about personality and how do they get along with everybody. I have absolutely no problems taking pictures of your third cousin's family if they come to me at some point in time in the reception. I am there for you, but we're also there to capture everything. Your wedding has nothing to do with me personally. It's your job, and it is my job to work for you completely, and that means your entire family and friends. That is just my opinion, but I still think working with others is a big deal because how well do they work with other videographers? Are they highly referred? Do people enjoy working with this person? As you're shopping for your florist, your venue, if you kind of tell them a photographer or two that you're considering hiring, you'll be surprised what you hear from local vendors. This brings us to step number 5. I think it's one of the most important things in wedding photography, yet it's highly overlooked. It's your engagement session. I know what you're thinking. Well, I don't really care about taking pictures like this or holding each other and staring into their eyes until the photographer takes the shot. I personally don't like that style of photography. I love movement. I love realness. I love relationship. So what I found in my weddings is when we do an engagement session, the relationship that I have with my clients, we're like friends the day of the wedding, and it shows in the images, man. You can see in the images that we're all having fun. We get the chance to work together. I get to find out what you guys like and don't like to do, whether you like the romantic kind of images. Do you only like movement? Do you like it when I back off and just let you be you and tell you some jokes and y'all naturally laugh and that's what I get? Or are you the kind of person that does like some creative direction and I may have to do a baby bit of posing but still allow you guys to be you? To me, that is so important in your wedding images. You don't want to look posed. You want to look like somebody captured your wedding. They didn't pose your wedding. You know what I mean? So an engagement session is great to see how well you work with your photographer. Both of you work with your photographer. So those are my 5 tips on finding your perfect wedding photographer. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. There are people that are just like you clicking on this video and they may have questions that aren't answered. So if you do so in the comments, I am more than happy to answer them. So if you're new to the channel, my name is George. This is Focus with GK, and I can't wait to share more information with you on the next video. See you soon. Don't forget to subscribe, click that bell, make sure you leave a comment, and I'm gonna see you on the next video, all right? Good luck on your wedding.